What the fuck are you wearing first and foremost?
I've not worn this since the Hydro.
Do you know what? He was rude to a member of staff in Nando's, and now he's kicking about in Gucci. I didn't really like the guys becoming that.
No, by the way, that story I
People are struggling, mate. Can I just say something? People are actually struggling to heat their house. And he's wanting about £1,000
I
jacket.
was sweeping the table up the table last week when you were away.
What, did he?
Yeah, look, I've been this for 3 years and I've still got the hang of it. I'm going to take that back eventually. That's 3 years ago.
Have you still got the tag on that?
I've not worn it since the Hydro. That is the worst purchase of my life. Still haunts me to this day.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
I'm not going to disagree, mate, just with how it looks. I don't care how much it costs.
Do you know think it looks good?
What's been the worst investment, that or Wild Thing?
Do you know what I feel Wild Thing? I don't want to say too much, but in the last few...
Cut that up and wrap the Takan's Wild Thing in the Gucci.
Well, that'd be fucking beautiful, wouldn't it? No, beautiful, but look good. By the way, I've been in talks with people the last few days. I think Wild Thing's going to go massive again.
What is?
Wild Thing.
Who have you been talking with?
I can't give you names, but wait, the summer's going to be huge for it.
Is it
Well,
well
you
known
start
then?
talking it up, you keep talking it down.
No, but it's him, he's behind it. I don't like the way
Tell
he
me
is.
shut up.
No, I've not got it in me.
Aye, you have. Said plenty
How you
off camera
badly
last week when he wasn't here.
Was he kidding us, is it? Was he kidding us? That's the type of guys. That's the type of guys becoming.
No,
That's the type of guys becoming.
See when somebody says that though, and it's no, you don't know how to act, do you?
Doesn't surprise us.
Win a better inside.
Nah,
I was. Tell me I was.
Nah, I don't do
Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Were you good, mate?
Aye,
No,
bro.
brutal.
No.
He was brilliant.
I heard you were
really
brilliant.
serious.
So mates at the start of the show, I was that much of a wreck. Do you know the night before, I'll tell you this one, see the night before, I out to date cereal bar.
And what?
So it made me feel sick in the morning, so I didn't need to go.
I didn't think he was going to turn up, to be honest with you.
But I swear to God.
Were you earlier? Did you put
No,
it?
he was late.
You were
I was
late?
late, aye.
Aye.
That's no bad.
So he's
though,
late for the show as well. The guy, I don't know who you are anymore.
No, but that Nando's story's been, I get slaughtered for that. I ordered that and I knew later, nobody spoke to me, no food or anything.
You're right, mate.
Aye,
You're
100%.
right. Definitely
Well
right.
within your right to go and
Definitely
ask.
Minimum wage, these people are getting, you know, shout and ball and swear at them.
No, but... So,
I heard there was a shout, do you know who I am?
oh, fuck, that's the worst when people do that.
What did you order?
Um,
You must remember,
Chicken,
because you've not stopped
chicken
talking
nuggets,
about it.
what? That's why it took so long. You ordered chicken drumsticks and Nando's.
no, I don't like that. I think I had free chicken wings, chips and garlic bread or something. Which, I mean, free chicken wings...
Quite healthy, that, isn't it?
down to with something coming up with it. No, but how bad... That's came across wrong the other day. If you order something, see if it's going to be late, listen, we can't help that, but at least go and explain to somebody. Do you know what I mean?
agree with you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
I agree with you.
I seen you kick a homeless guy.
By the way, he'd have left after 10 minutes. He'd have been thrown the
I've
place
seen
up
him
there
in prison
after 10 minutes.
You're...
Would
Would you know?
Just Italian. Oh, you only got Italian.
All right, okay.
Nothing.
But anyway, I'll tell you, talk about food places.
Authentico.
If you're going to go there, have you been there? Take the missus, mate.
Aye.
Oh,
The
you're
food's-
a
the
romantic
food's amazing.
getaway, mate. Oh,
Aye.
never mind the food. Things you get up to over there, mate.
Aye.
You know that was...
What a different couple, mate.
Do you know that what you put up last
Couple
night?
animals.
What you put up last night? That video, that
Couple
looked...
animals.
What animal would you say you were like the most?
Pig. Oh, incredible.
Right, listen.
Do you know how you get a B-day with that? I was like that in the B-day.
Get chin washers
By the way,
earlier and everything.
Yeah, after you recommended it, I did, because the fucking, that was the one bad thing about the hotel. Hotel's incredible, but the fucking toilet roll was like sandpaper, mate.
Oh, rip your ass.
Fucking arse was bleeding for a week, but I used the B-day, mate. Holy fuck.
Brilliant.
Oh, amazing, mate.
Was that after a shite?
After a shit, you wipe your ass
He
and you
brushed
stick
his
your ass
teeth
in
in
the
the
B-day.
day. That's cracking.
But wait, see, actually fighting about that, that should always be a thing, a biddy. Shouldn't it? How can you wipe your... You're clearly not...
There'll always be someone there, aren't there?
Still dirty.
It.
Still dirty. I always thought that with dogs when he done it. He was like that, fogging.
With dogs.
I mean,
Did
dogs...
you hear about his dad? His dad says to the dog,
That's the best joke in history. That. I'm still... If you've kept up with that, I know you said you did, but I need to... That's too good.
So I did. Well, I was going to... Are you going to win?
Nah.
What about you, mate? You
No,
must be getting it.
I've no.
You need a break,
I
mate.
know. I need to get a wee bit of colour to this grey face, don't I? I'm struggling
Huh?
because the kids are My youngest is finishing
Commentating on
primary
pre-season
school.
friendlies,
Aye,
aren't you?
I've got a couple of games in the local park. Every time I go to a game somewhere, they go, "Are you commentating tonight?" No, I'm just watching. I like football. No, I'm struggling. My youngest is finishing primary, so she's got a high school visit like the beginning of June, and then she's got to the last week of June, and then my daughter's going to, I know we're going on to it, Transmit. So I've got a small window when I can go away, and I don't think we're going to get away.
Fucking hell, mate. You need to get away.
I'll get somewhere at some point, but
you've worked hard, haven't you?
I've no booked in.
Surely Gillian's desperate to go away now. I'll take her if you want.
Aye, well, if you want, aye.
Feel that.
Get her in the bed. Transmit, you love it. You're always there, aren't you?
We were there. The best experience ever was Jerry Cinnamon, wasn't it?
Aye, that was good.
That was insane. Remember him walking out with the bucket?
You were a wee bit up his arse, I thought.
No. You left me after 2 songs.
We had a pre-season friendly, didn't we? I had to go up to Peterhead, remember?
No, you said you thought he was rubbish.
No, he's a hero.
No, you said you
he's
thought he was
he's
rubbish.
incredible.
He was buzzing, and you said I had to leave. He was hopeless. He was hopeless.
You're vaccinated.
Terrible, isn't it? Terrible. I think he's amazing. And you had that chance to watch Jerry Cinnamon and you left.
I had to, mate.
Did you tell
football
him?
comes first.
Did you tell him?
I told him, I understood. He was up tearing his ass swimming off as well, fuck's sake, man.
No, see, you went to Capaldi last year, didn't you? Or 2 years ago?
Last year.
Do you know what? I think Capaldi's great, but
I was like, Tim Slaney's coming, he's like, who? Like, remember?
No, I wouldn't go and see that type of music. No.
Listen, tag him on it.
No. What I'm meaning is, at a festival, I'm right into my music and into that industry, so when I was growing up into
So who would you like to go and see?
Like, yeah, the Smiths and that. Smiths? That type of festival music, do you know what I mean?
What's your favourite Smith song?
Charming Man.
You only know that 'cause I've got it. What else? Another one?
That's my favourite band.
What else do you like?
No, but do you know what I mean with that though?
No, Capaldi's brilliant live, mate.
At a festival though?
Aye.
The festival, mate.
That's
The
all
full
point. It's variety.
No, but I think you used to doing this to be in with
Right, what
Capaldi.
about this year? Pulp's on this year. Like
Favourite Pulp song?
Pulp? 2000.
What? Let's all wake up in the year 3000. Is it not 3000?
That's it?
No,
Oh, nice.
that's busted.
So it is. You could be in busted. I mean, your face looks like it's busted. No, I'm kidding. It's shite.
That's good.
McFly, busted or McFly.
So who's on there? Like, who is the lineup?
Tom Boyd's singing with Charlie and the Boys, isn't he?
That's why he's gone. He's one of the boys.
You imagine you're at Transmit and you see him walking out.
The best stuff.
The rest of the guitar on the back. Oh man.
Where is it? It's the 7th to the 9th. How are you feeling about your daughter going? It's a bit...
Well, she's not wanting you to go on that date. See, to be fair, I'm on her side with
and
that.
she's like, you're not allowed to go.
What, in case she
Because
bumps into
she's
you?
gone. Nah, because she's gone.
Was she into like the Blue Wickeds or not?
No, she'll not
They
be drinking.
drink?
No,
She will be, mate.
she'll not be.
She's staying at your house after it, or her pals?
No, mine. She'll not be drinking.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, but I'm just thinking there, see when you're younger, you're embarrassed to see your man dab, aren't you? Things like that, aren't you?
What were you embarrassed to see your man then?
No, I'm just saying, but aren't you? But see when you remember you used to go out to dinner for with them? Fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? But
What?
see when you went out for dinner with them, I always thought it was dead awkward, mate, when the waiter not came out there.
And they used to complain and you got embarrassed.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you
Aye,
date when you're on your
100%.
own. Then you date when you're on your own.
What age were you, mate? 29?
No,
Last week.
but you ever get that when you're younger?
That were Raymond Nando's.
No, I can't sound, mate.
Man, that was Nando's going you up.
No, I didn't mind hanging about mum and dad down as a wee guy. Did you?
No.
Why?
You don't really
want
bother
to get
them.
shot with dad?
You don't really follow them, do you know? Poor that.
You know what I did, Grosvenor?
You were brilliant at Grosvenor last week.
I didn't take Grosvenor.
No, you
last week.
didn't.
I
Grosvenor,
never did.
say, what a time we've had with them, isn't it? What's your favourite moment with them?
Favourite moment with Grosvenor? Probably going down to London, isn't it?
Aye. Right, of course, I always double the odds for new sign-ups with your first £10 bet. Sign up at gsport.com/open.
What's the dates for Transmit? Give the
The
people.
dates are the 7th to the 9th of July.
And there's still tickets, is there? I might just
Some
go
tickets still available. We'll get you.
I'm going to go actually.
Aye, just
I
I'm
will,
just
yeah.
going to, I'm going to go on an Oya.
No, but why? Is she going every day?
Aye.
Ah, fuck.
I only really want to go and see Pulp.
Is that Jarvis Cocker? Remember he fucking ran on the stage for Michael Jackson?
Did he?
Uh-huh.
And we did what?
Started dancing.
He went for
Is that
him.
what we done?
He went for him.
What did they run on for, Pat?
He was protesting against something.
Oh, was he protest? Peter, I'm going to check your lineups.
Could you do the moonwalk?
No, I've never
I
had
think you
that.
could do it.
No, I can't. My dad's good at it.
Does him and walking a night out, doesn't he? Right out the door. You tell anybody.
He's one of them, isn't he?
That-
Is your
that-
dad going to transmit? Is he still smelling the...
He sells it, doesn't he?
farts?
Fiver at
Do you know how people
Transmit.
sell the balloons? His dad sells...
Fiver a fart. Fiver a
Sniff in the
sniff.
bag.
They put their head in, didn't they?
But quite a lot of people have been hospitalised, isn't it?
Oh,
Had to get their stomach pumped.
I'm going to check the Transmit lineup now because that's
Right.
really good for the people, isn't it?
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to ask Faddy, Dundee United.
Oh, well, you going on to football?
Well, while you check the lineup,
Niall Horan.
Oh, I love his new song. Like that?
No, heard it.
You know, you want to hear it?
No,
I'm more into like for me, music's been totally. I'm more into rock and roll. You know what I mean? Rock stars. Niall Horan.
Who's your what rock stars?
The guy done Black Sabbath.
no,
The guy
no,
that
just
done
Black
Black
Sabbath.
Sabbath.
Who done the Black? Who done Black
Who
Sabbath?
done the Black Sabbath?
No, who sang that? Ozzy
Tom Boyd,
Osbourne.
done it?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Boydie.
Boyd, yeah. So you've got 1975.
Very good.
Chocolate.
Matt Healy.
They're good.
He goes out with Taylor Swift, you know that?
Does he? She's been a few guys since she, huh? Hasn't she, but?
You're next.
Message her. George Ezra. Oh, come on. My dad's
I've heard
obsessed with him and John Newman.
Yeah.
He's got 2 CDs, George Ezra and John Newman. Dean Lewis. Is that the boy done?
What?
It's just the same with Frank Sinatra and that.
Aye, it was him. Dean Lewis,
Sam
aye.
Fender. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
He's a superstar. He
He
is.
is a superstar.
Becky Hill.
Very good.
Kasabian. Pulp. What's your favourite song, Pulp?
Common people.
Common people.
Oh, that's a brilliant tune. The Wombats.
The one bit has a blast of the past, they come back.
Brooke.
Brooke Combs.
Aye, she's
there you
there.
go. What a woman. So there you go, get yourself out of Transmit.
Aye. What
Is Capaldi playing?
Nah. They obviously agree with me.
Are you gone now?
They obviously agree with
I
me.
don't know if I should have said that.
No, you definitely
Nah,
should
you're
have,
a-
mate.
you're a
Shouldn't I
guy.
know? I think he's good. Aye. Variety.
Supported you a lot, he's done a lot for you.
He's
He's
brilliant.
just
I
done
like
it
to see him
to
at the Hydro, he was brilliant.
Aye, he's brilliant live, mate. That's completely order, eh?
No,
Nah.
I think
Nah.
I think you're brilliant live. Listen, one of the best world renowned. But for a festival, if you've got music blood, then you'll understand me.
You've got music, but
Right.
Is that a saying?
We're going to go into the football because what an advert for Scottish football last night was.
in terms of what? Excitement?
Excitement, goals, drama, twists and turns, positions moving.
Different positions.
Who moved position?
How many's
Like
that?
that.
Who moved position? Seriously?
How many different positions did you get in it last night?
Who moved position? Nobody.
Did you know?
No.
All right. Do you know where I seen that? I seen sort of positions, like teams swapping positions by Sunday. I seen that at the Colin Maay there.
Did you?
But what a night, Faddy, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. I'm just trying to think who moved. Nobody. Dundee United were bottom. Ross County were second bottom.
Aye.
Kelly
Did
were
Hearts
third
go?
bottom.
Hearts never went above Aberdeen when they went one up, did they? No.
Aye, they would have. No,
No,
they
they
didn't.
didn't.
No, they didn't.
I
Nobody
don't
really
know,
moved.
maybe they did.
Could be it.
Could be it. This could be the last.
So what I want to know,
last year.
Faddy, you were obviously at Ibrox, weren't you? Mm-hmm. Are you watching the games while the Rangers
No,
games going
just
on?
that game.
And is the scores coming in as
Aye,
well?
you're getting the scores, aye.
That's exciting, isn't it?
It was good because Hearts obviously were going for third. They scored early. And then Aberdeen, I think, were pretty early as well. But you're obviously looking at the bottom. Boydie's sitting there shouting when Kilmarnock scored. Shouting when Kilmarnock scored. So you're obviously keeping an eye on, and we've got the playoff final. So
See, just on that, mate, I don't know if you watched the podcast Monday, but I'm sure it was a forfeit. Somebody said Kelly would win and somebody else said Dundee United would win. Don't know if you watched it.
What's the forfeit?
Down that.
No, that's not a good forfeit.
Ah.
Think it is?
Down
no,
the fall
that's
hang.
rubbish.
No,
No, it is, isn't it?
if you can't do it and you need to do something, you need to down that fall hang.
But why don't we
And I wanna-
Aye, but why don't we generally, right?
No, go, because there's nothing else about you.
I'll do it now, but see for Monday, why don't you get a bag, right? And put whatever you want in the bag and I get blindfolded.
That's ours. And then what?
And I'll put my head in it.
Down the fall hang? No, faster than that.
It's freezing, mate, innit? Brain freeze.
Oh, you're the boys and all.
Do you hear the big inhale of breath? Well done, mate.
Oh, done, mate. Great
Well
effort.
So close as well.
Right. Just for a wee exclusive for other people, I think there's going to be a joint show next week where we do the keep the ball on the ground and
I want that.
Aye.
So for that, think I thought because you need to do a forfeit.
Who's on? Who's
You've
on
took
that?
Dundee United at home. I've took Kelly.
I know 100. I'm up for a forfeit.
Who's on that?
Just everyone except for Derek. He's
I'm
sadly
not coming
passed
then.
away.
Did
I'm
Sheriff
not
get
coming.
Sheriff shot him up arse.
Derek's not here, I'm not coming. I didn't know he wasn't coming today, or else I'd have been there.
He's a real loss, isn't he?
Aye.
The sheriff got a holding, didn't
The sheriff's got a hostage, isn't it?
he? But Derek doesn't want out, didn't he? No.
Hostage, aye.
But the boys, to be honest, I mean, I wouldn't be laughing now because I think Dundee United's doing, aren't they?
Dundee United are away. Of course they're away. It's not going to be an 8-goal
No,
swing,
no.
is there? But the fascinating one for me is who finishes second bottom.
Aye.
Again, I said it. I've got to rewind the tapes. Derek McInnes' team will not get relegated.
So just to swing that team, do you
Kelly will finish. Kelly will
They'll get
they'll
his-
not lose the
they'll
game.
get the
Kelly will not lose the game. I didn't think. What you think, Findy?
I don't know. You'd have Kilmarnock favourites to get a result. They only need a draw, obviously, so sometimes that can be dangerous. I think they still need to go and try and
win the game.
I know they lost to St Johnstone at the weekend. Their home form's what's kept them in the position to stay up. But I think Ross County are a good team. I think it'll be a good game.
Showed great character last night. When
Brilliant.
they 2 done.
It was actually quite sad when they scored the
The goals are
equaliser
killer,
win it, 95 minutes.
The goals are killers for them. Well, saying that,
doesn't really make-
it doesn't change. But just even the feeling of we've won the game, we can go in with confidence. You get that last minute equaliser, it could change. But I think Malky, you spoke about Derek McInnes. I think Malky's good at keeping the boys level and making sure that they don't get too down. So it'll be some game. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go and watch it, but every week you're looking saying, I know you went early with Dundee United and you stuck by it. Terrible with your big mate being there as well, but
Hey, there's no friends in this game, mate.
no, you're right.
It's a good shout, that, by the way. That is.
But the how it has changed. 4 games ago, you're saying Dundee United look in really good shape to stay up. Probably if they win that wee 3-game winning run, if they win the 4th game, then it
That's it.
probably does enough to put
It's mad, that, innit?
Was it St Johnstone game, wasn't it, Faddy?
Aye.
Yeah, it was.
aye.
It was St Johnstone.
and that, it just shows you. So I'm no surprised that it's went right to the wire.
But see, for Dundee United fans, you must understand the frustration, mate. Playing with a 17-year-old striker when you're trying to stay in the league because Fletch was injured, and I think Fletch played about 50% trip.
No, no, just-
You look at Ross
the
County,
goalie
they've
as
got
well.
White, Murray, Brophy, who the 2 they bring in January, am I right in saying that?
Aye.
Aye, but the goalie as well. I'm not taking.
Oh, the
Well, you
goalie.
spat
I'm
right
sure.
back in.
I mean, I'm not just saying it again. I called the goalie 3 months into the season. They needed a better
I
goalie.
think it was the first game.
See, in January, why not go and get a goalie?
Aye.
Honestly, see the goals I've seen them concede
And
this season.
I'm not laying any blame at the young goalie last night. It's
No,
just the
Newman,
situation
he's
they
decent. Yeah,
find
yeah.
themselves in, that they're having to rely on a young keeper in a game they have to win. That's the striker and the goalie. Stephen Fletcher's been excellent for them, but he needs support. You see him, the ball comes up, he's flicking it on, there's nobody gambling. He's holding it up and laying it off, they're going too early, and they've been a mess all season. And people look, you got 5-6 games ago, people say, they're too good to go down. There's no team that's too good to go down. If you don't put it in, if you don't put performances in, they're going to finish bottom, and they deserve to finish bottom because they've not been good enough.
Would you agree with this? That Dundee United got a much better squad than Kelly and Ross County.
Aye. How, do you know what I want to ask you here? How much a disaster is this for Dundee United? So you can do, so what is the thing that's going to happen
But the
now?
mad American said that he's not bothered about relegation. Was that a couple of months ago he said that?
Well, he will be bothered.
Because see, financial, I don't see like the players that are on, they're not going to be on the same, or if they are on the same, they're in serious problems.
I don't know if they've got relegation clauses in their contracts. So you've got players there that are on right good money for them to leave. Either the club need to give them something to leave, or somebody needs to come in and match their wages, because players will be saying, well, I'm not going to get that elsewhere, I'll just stay and take the money.
But see your guys on 2-year deals. I think a lot of them are on 2-year deals. So guys like Fletch, nobody's going to come and pay money for Fletch at 35-year-old, do they?
No.
So I can't imagine Fletcher's took a relegation clause. So you've got Stephen Fletcher
But
sitting in the
Stephen
championship on big money.
making up the wage. So what do they put him on loan? You're still going to pay half his
Wages.
probably.
Yeah.
To no have him, never mind keep him. So
That's dangerous for them, isn't it?
nah, it's
I do think this guy is
Terrible.
absolutely caked, the American guy. Whether he stays in it, Dundee United, I don't know. But I've heard that he's got a right few quid.
I know, but doesn't matter how much you've got. You don't want to waste it, do you? You
Keep
don't want to
losing
lose
it.
it. And
Does Jim
he's-
Goodwin stay?
I don't know because ultimately he's been brought in to keep them up and he's not done it. But I think he showed that wee 3-game run. He showed they can organise them. If the players are at it, they can win games. It's tough. It's hard to make a case because ultimately you've lost the last 4 games and you're relegated. But I think that's 3 managers I've had this season now. So when do the players take responsibility?
Yeah.
When do you look and say, well, 3 different managers and the players are still, inconsistent, they're still playing. You speak about the squad and say man for man, are they better than the teams round about them? You could make an argument for that. I think defensively they've been shocking all season. But if you've got good players but you don't play as a team, you've got absolutely no chance. No chance.
Why do you think that is though? But I've had 3 managers. What do you think that's down to then? Because the players I think are better than your Ross Counties and Kilmarnock. So what has happened about there?
Just be the
Is it the
setup,
balance of the squad?
Maybe aye. The setup of the team.
Yeah.
They don't look solid. They don't look like strong in midfield, although they're good players. They're not devastating in attack, although they've got good players. So the balance and the makeup of the team's not quite right for me.
See, early on in the season, in fact, they were switching formations every week, weren't they? Trying to find that right kind of balance
I
in
think
the
when
team.
you lose, especially as early as they did, you lose as heavily in Europe and then you lose at home 9-0 and could have been more.
Yeah.
Then you are searching for that. But I think overall probably the balance has just not been right. Key positions, goalkeeper, it's been poor for them, not good enough. As you say, January, then you need a goalie, go and get a goalkeeper. Bring a striker in if you're going to let Tony Watt go out on loan, bring another striker in. And I'm not saying they didn't try, but the things had to be addressed. And defensively, whatever personnel they've put in there, the goals they've conceded have been terrible.
I think
Shocking
Xander
goals.
Clark never had a club for what, 2 or 3 months, start of the season.
I know. That's
He'd
right.
have been a fucking no-brainer for Dundee United now.
See, the goals you watch, it's comical, isn't it?
Aye.
Each week. Some of the mistakes they've made. And as you said, that's not blaming any individual. It is whoever comes in, it seems to be the same case every week with him.
Aye.
See, be good when do you think he'll want to stay there?
He said he did.
I think
He'll want to stay.
Because
Says he
where
wants
else does he go if he doesn't stay there? He's not getting another
It's
SPL
been
job,
a
is he?
brutal season for him, innit?
It's been a tough season for him.
Got East Kilbride in 4 months.
Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. What are you thinking for Ross County, Kelly?
It's hard to see past Kelly getting a job done. Being at home, there'll be a massive crowd there as well. I think the Kelly fans will be right out in support of their team. It's hard to see Kelly not getting at
I
least
love
a
him as a
job.
manager. Honestly.
Aye, brilliant.
I love him, man.
The boy
Love to play-
Vassell
I'd
was
love to
brilliant
play
last
for
night.
Who?
Vassell.
Vassell.
He was
Vassell,
out.
real
See the one he
handful.
touched up near the halfway line?
Aye.
Has he been at it all year, no?
He signed them in January, I think,
January?
but he signed a new contract about a month ago. A couple of them signed new contracts when it looked like they were on the way down,
Yeah.
and that's gave for me that's shown their belief in the manager and what he's doing. Maybe gave everybody a lift. He's been a brilliant signing for Vassell. Really leads the line well, scoring goals. What's his nuts off?
Yeah.
And we're looking at you need your strikers to score your goals to win your games. They've Sam Walker and goals done well for them as well. 2 key positions.
Yeah. He went 2 up last night as well, didn't he? Loved that for him. He obviously not done your
He has
on the
been
back. He
playing,
went 2
he's
right
been
up, played 2 up.
he's
hasn't
been
he?
playing
Doige
and Vassell,
proper
aye.
handful of 2 at the minute.
Aye.
It worked
Doige
really
does
well.
the dirty
It worked
work,
really
doesn't
well
he?
against Celtic, didn't he, when he went with the 2 up? That just shows you to any other manager would have went, I'm never doing that again. But he's not like that, Dele. He really thinks about.
I wonder if he'll if teams will try to get him in the summer.
I'm telling you now, right? Dundee United, regardless, I would try and go and get him.
But when they go,
Mate, he used to play for him. He was a captain there. He was a
Championship,
legend
though.
there.
and
Size of
Kelly's still in
club.
the Premier League,
He might know, but I would go out to try and
try to
get him.
get him in.
Everybody, Bristol, other than Bristol, he does a great job every time, everywhere he goes.
It's his man management, I think. See, when you speak to players, or when we even spoke to him, just seems a brilliant guy to play for, doesn't he?
And he's bringing through. He brought through the boy Watson. He's brought in this year. He's been excellent, hasn't he?
Brilliant.
He was suspended last night as well.
Aye, sent off at the weekend.
Sending off for you. No,
Aye.
that's it.
Aye.
Just a bit high.
That was just below the knee, wasn't it?
Below his cock, wasn't it?
He made sure they got him with the left foot and the right foot.
I wonder if
but that's the way he plays.
Yeah.
He
I
flies
like
into
him.
tackles, fully committed, and look, you're going to get them wrong sometimes, and he'll learn for it. I wouldn't criticise him for it, because you need to keep players like that on the edge. I think he's been excellent for them.
You're keeping quiet a bit because your prediction has been really good the last couple of weeks. So, Kelly or Ross County?
I was going to say he wanted to double quits before
Right,
fit.
definitely.
Aye.
Kelly, I'll take Kelly
Ross County
win.
in a draw.
Right, okay.
No, let's do it real. I'll do Ross County, just Ross County.
Right, and I'll take Kelly.
Double quits.
Double cut.
So
Well,
2 forfeits.
what with Dublin though? What's being doubled?
Smell in the
here?
bag was worse.
Your mum and your dad's ass are in the back.
Do you know what I was thinking last night? I wonder if Dundee United, when they went for Goodwin, should have maybe tried to go for Dale then. Not a bad shout. And I know you're looking thinking when you leave Camargue at that point, you never know.
I think I did say that at the time.
Don't know if you did.
I think I did.
Because do you know what? And it's easy to say now with Jim Goodwin, but and he did get that the 3 games he won last month, but he was short of confidence went in there with that Aberdeen situation, and that team was short of confidence. And it's no trying to blame it to Goodwin, but I just wonder, a guy like Dale that's done it before, I wonder if they've maybe missed a wee.
I'm gonna do Craig Beattie, and I'm gonna flip the question on
Didn't
you.
he want that?
Remember, Beatty's flipped it on a
journalist?
journalist.
Brilliant for him.
I'm gonna flip it on you now. Do you give Jim Goodwin any credit in Aberdeen finishing third this year?
They were great up until Christmas. They were great up
World
until
Cup.
Christmas, but it was that bad after that. After the Rangers scored the last 2, since that Rangers game, Rangers scored 90 minutes too. It was.
But you also brought in Miovski and Duke, didn't you?
But then that's where you didn't.
Ramadani as well. Clarkson he got for Liverpool. So does he deserve a bit of credit for
Of course,
Aberdeen?
he's brought the players in, and great insight for Slaney there. Absolutely spot on. Done well to start the season. Had a bad spell. That the Rangers, the goals did have an impact on them. He obviously lost to Darvel. His last game at HIBS was, I don't think I've ever seen it.
No.
How bad they were defensively. Every player and the energy, just totally lacking confidence. So he deserves a bit of credit, but Barry Robson, what a job he's done.
Credit. One of the best jobs I've seen for slip one a long time. You're right.
I'll give you all of Clark.
Brilliant.
I felt like you really meant that, Clark.
Well, I ignored me at Hampden.
half-hearted.
Ignored me at Hampden years ago, and I've still not left my head. So I'd like to
Did
meet
he,
him.
aye? Gingers Union as well.
I know. I thought he'd
He thought you were his boy coming up asking for your madonna.
Innit? He's a fiver. I used to always do that. Go into my dad's pockets when he was steaming.
Want to take money out his
Aye,
pocket?
blow through the pockets.
So you're a thief now as well.
Steal
Not even sure what. Finding out a lot about you coming up towards the end of the summer.
But do you know what? Definitely a case for manager of the year there.
Barry Robson.
Oh my God. I mean, the place Aberdeen were in, you know how many points they were behind Hearts when he first took that job?
Go for
Do you know? Because I know.
How
But I'll
many
let
points
you.
they were behind Hearts?
Aye, but I'll let, because you know you're split bit one-sided, so you tell the public how many points they were behind.
Do you know?
I know, mate.
I'm going to say 15 points behind.
Nah,
Miles off.
10 points behind.
It's not as impressive as what I thought it was going to be honest with you.
Well, I can only say,
Built it up. I wouldn't have built it up as much as that.
I can only say facts.
What was that, 10 points?
10 points, but
Was it no 9?
somebody used to check that.
It was 9.
I'm sure it was 10. Listen, if my stat man's right and the work I've done over the last few days, I would say it's 10, 100%. But it's not even the points, because you're right there, you thought that was maybe we built that up. It's where Aberdeen were. I mean, they were getting beat with Darvel, and then that Hibs game, my God, you were honestly really, really worried for Aberdeen after that. Think, how are they going to get back for this? And my God, what? So I want to ask you, what has he done? I know he got rid of, he changed the captain. Shinny's been brilliant as a captain as well.
Better defensively, aren't
They got rid of Stewart, brought in Pollock, McDonald, and it's really helped them because they're solid. First and foremost, they're solid defensively, and they've obviously got threatened out Miovski. I think, let's talk about balance in a team.
Did they just go 4-4-2, Faddy, Aberdeen?
3-5-2.
3-5-2.
3-5-2.
Aye.
Who's the three centre? McDonald, Paul?
Scales, McDonald and Pollock. McCrory right wing back. Johnny Hayes has been playing as a left wing back at times. I think Ramadani's for them's been excellent. Really
Underrated, I think.
He's doesn't really get a mention. And
Workhorse.
then Kelly Roos in goal has been outstanding.
He's been
He's brilliant.
excellent. How important was that save against Nisbet last week?
He's been excellent. So he's made them hard to beat. I know they've scored goals, and you look at Duke Miovski and Leighton Clarkson as well has been excellent for them. They're no like exciting, they're free flowing, they're solid, they're hard to beat.
Looked
They're
like
a real
horrible
threat.
play against
They're a real threat going forward. He's just made them solid, and the confidence obviously built. They go on a run of winning, I think it was 7-8 games in a row, puts themselves in a great position, and they finished third. Look, Hearts I know had that wee spell where they lost the 5 games, and it gave Aberdeen a chance, but it only gave them a chance. They still had to take it. They still had to win the games, and they done that. So he's done brilliant. He'll be delighted to get his first win as the official manager as well, because he'd done so well up to that point. But tremendous for them. And if Celtic, which we all expect is going to happen, win the Scottish Cup, then they're guaranteed the Conference League. So
Do you think he can make you solid?
Europe.
Who?
Do you think he can make you solid?
I'll fit out. Wee Barry.
So you'd give manager of the year, is that what you're saying?
No. Definitely a
I'm
case.
sure you said that.
A case for it. Definitely a case for
He
it.
was nominated, was he not?
Should have been if he wasn't. Well, he should have been if he was. Then rightly so.
Seen Clarkson said something about, I'll see you in Europe next year. After the game.
You said him on Monday.
Mate, he is
him
a
at start of the
proper
season,
player.
yeah,
Free
brilliant.
kick last night, and then how he wins the ball back and how he manipulates it in tight situation for the second, incredible.
The
But Shinnie's massive, isn't he? Do you think Jim Goodwin looks back now and thinks, I wish I'd played Shinnie in that, maybe in that Darvel game? Remember he never played him?
Aye.
Yeah, he did.
Could have been so different, mate. Eh? Shinnie never played that game.
I think it was bigger problems.
Do you think there's bigger problems than that?
There was, but I think he'd have helped because they were so bad against Darvel. So bad.
Does he make it hard for himself now, Barry Robson finishing third? Because the expectations next year is going to be to do better.
No, but that's where Aberdeen should be, innit? Aberdeen should be further. I know they've not been because Hearts have, but that's where Aberdeen...
It brings money into the club. It brings like 4 million in. So it allows them to go and strengthen. And we've just said how, you know, goalkeeper's good, they look solid at the back, strong in midfield, they've got 2 strikers. It probably allows them to keep, you know, the strikers, Duke Miovski, if people come in with bids, they need to be big bids for them to accept. But they can go and strengthen now and really go and spend some money. Atmosphere last night, big crowd, expectations back for Aberdeen. Well, the expectations have always been there, but they're actually getting, you know, reward for that. You want that? You want that challenge?
Yeah. This is going to sound sick, but Miovski getting fucked last night, that could stop him getting a move in the summer.
Aberdeen fans will be delighted.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a shocker. But
Mate, that is a shocker.
Terrible.
I think he could...
He's been sent off before. Boy Small's been sent off before.
It's shocking as well because he does it because he gets nutmegged and made to look stupid. And he goes flying in.
I hate that, mate. I hate that.
It's a shocking challenge.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff, mate.
Did you feel back used to do that too? Just bit you because you're taking the piss at him?
No, but that happened to my ankle. That's what I felt last night. That's the worst feeling in the world for that boy.
That was sickening seeing that, wasn't it? They too, he's been incredible, Miovski. Even his work rate and everything.
But we said this about everything lacking in Dundee United. You need to work hard at, doesn't he? You're a good player, but
100%.
don't start believing, I'm good, people say I'm good and we've got a good team, he's good. You still need to work hard. Aberdeen do that, obviously led by Barry Robson and his coaching staff, you know, bringing in Steve Agnew for down south, great reputation as a coach. And I like it because you see young coaches becoming managers sometimes and they think they have to do everything themselves. They think they have to show that they can do it because they've been given that opportunity. Whereas he's come in and says, he's a top coach. I'm going to bring him in because I need him to help me. It doesn't matter who you are, you need help. As you go in as a young coach and a young manager. And I know Barry Robson's been coaching for a long time, but you need that help beside you. And brilliant signing for them. And everything's looking good for Aberdeen at the minute.
And the injuries, because started letting Craig Brown do the rubs.
Craig Brown's, he's been brought in. That was probably, I'm surprised you never said to him there.
He's been
before Steve Agnew, hasn't he? He's been doing the rubs.
Brownie. Right. Shoot out.
My God, what a game. Hearts and Hibs.
Get your pistol out, we'll have a shoot out.
Have you got it?
Get your wee water pistol out. and I'll get my machine gun.
What would you
Like Men in Black when he gives him the wee gun the first time. What was it about with the big
Have you ever
massive
seen
one? He gives him the wee one that size.
Aye, the wee that's like mine, innit? What would
No,
you
I
say?
never said that. You said that.
Aye,
No, I was going to say yours is like the big one. The big gun he had.
Big water soaker.
What a feeling that must be.
So you'd be a lot more confident in life if you not known you
I
had
think
that.
I think that to me, and the way I've seen life and the way I train my brain is that's who you are as a person, the size of that.
Would you start wearing like wee skin tight shorts and that? Just
I
sitting
don't even
with
think you need to, mate. I like the baggy ones when you see it. What a feeling. And the confidence must be outstanding.
Hibs are going to beat Hearts. There you go.
Wow.
That's your bet.
No.
That's your double of quits there.
Hearts will win.
There you go. That's your,
Naismith,
that's
by
your
the
bet.
way, Manager of the Year candidate. He's been brilliant.
Manager of the Year.
He's been excellent.
Must win for.
Is this... Does this decide on him getting the job? Because if
Shouldn't
he
it be?
finished 5th, he's not getting the job.
But surely it shouldn't be down to this one game.
Well,
I think
if
you
they
need
didn't
to-
win, they finished 5th, and if they do win, they finished 4th.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think that should be the case, and I think you should look at it as a whole what he's done, and that's up to them to decide. Have they improved? Absolutely.
I think it's hard to give him the job if they finish below Hibs. I do.
Do you?
Aye. Hearts should be finishing third.
Well, what were they above Hibs when he first took over?
I was concentrating on Aberdeen stats last
A
time.
lot. They would have been. No, they were close.
They've been a good bit, so now.
At
I don't think it was one,
that time of the season, Hibs and Aberdeen both looked like they were going to finish in the bottom 6. So if Hibs were to finish above Hearts, it's bad enough. I would say that they've not finished third, but to finish below Hibs would be a nightmare.
But he wants to give him the job, right?
No, but he has done a good job.
He's done a brilliant job.
He's done what he said in terms of bringing a style. They are exciting to watch, and I think that he's shown he's capable of managing and setting a team up and getting the best out of the players. But ultimately, that's all great. You need to be winning games, and I don't know if they would accept finishing below.
Would you
By the way,
say
Ginelli is incredible. See, even last night I thought he was excellent.
not bad?
I think it suits him much more playing up top.
But I'd prefer
See, running
Shank.
into the spaces.
Definitely.
I think in the box I want Shankland in there all the time.
Yeah.
I think he almost Naismith.
But the good thing is Shanklin's now just arriving that wee bit later, so he's harder to pick up.
I think he's maybe. But
Ginelli
would you,
creates a space for Shanklin because he's that threat in behind.
would you sack Beale just out of interest? Would you?
No.
Finishing behind Celtic?
No.
Think that's good enough to finish behind Celtic?
For when he came in, he was miles behind them, wasn't he?
Oh, shit, so he was.
That's
That's terrible.
Terrible comparison. Terrible.
Nearly had them all when I first said it.
Hearts finished way above.
But the run they were on, they were in a bad place.
Hibs were on a similar run, didn't they? He was going to get sacked
that
at the
was-
Aberdeen game.
That was through his bad doing. I'll go for Hearts to beat Hibs.
Aye.
What do you think?
I'm going to go Hibs.
Are you? Based on
The performance last night. I think they were better than that. They should have beat Aberdeen up at Pittodrie as well, shouldn't
Was they battered Aberdeen up there?
I think Hearts will win. Home game.
I think
They
that's
have
going to be
to
rocking.
win. They have to win.
Mm.
I know Hibs are going with
What
the
a game.
same, but I think Hearts will get the job done.
Okay.
They're
Interesting.
not on the cooking yet, but I think Hearts will win. I'll probably change it once we do the
Can I
cooking.
just say here, would you no give Naismith the job? See if he gets it, would you give him it?
If he gets 4th? Nah.
No.
You know, like you see young managers getting
No,
an
I do, but
opportunity.
I always go in the thing, I always say it, Fad, you should get the Hearts job on the back of doing another job really well, because it's a massive club. I think to get the Hearts job on your first job,
Barry Robson.
but he kind of came in as an interim, done really well. It was a no-brainer. Look at Solskjaer, though, mate. He done the same, again, taking a Man United job quite early on in your career. It'll be interesting to see how Barry Robson does next
Aye.
year. I just think to go and manage a club like Hearts, you need experience behind
Done him,
you,
mate. Done him. That was waffle. Just waffle. Solskjaer. Terrible.
Right for the
Terrible.
Vaz.
Terrible.
Right for the
Solskjaer.
Vaz. Right for the Vaz.
No, but Solskjaer came in,
I
didn't
know
he?
what
And
you're
done
saying.
really well. But
I
he
know.
hadn't really experience to go and get the Man United job.
Robbie
And
Nielsen
his
before
first
him.
spell,
Robbie Nielsen's first spell.
was that his
Straight
first
up.
job?
Straight
I
up.
think that was a championship for, wasn't it?
It doesn't matter. Straight in. No, it
Nah.
wasn't it? Was it?
No.
I think
It
it
was a
was.
championship.
Straight in though.
Straight in.
But
So does the size of the
managing
club go
Hearts-
down when they moved in the league?
Makes it easier, doesn't it? Because you're the best team in the league.
You need to get up though.
But you've got the biggest
pressure.
squad, the biggest budget.
Doesn't always happen.
I just think you should get
You
the
just
hardest
don't
job
like
on.
Nazy,
But
that's terrible.
no, I do like
Just
Naismith.
air your
He's
grievances.
played his
Go on.
20s. I
What
like
happened?
it. He's been good
Oh,
once.
that's what it is, isn't it?
But
Something happened.
no,
Aye,
fucking.
done.
By the way, we used to send each other videos, all sorts, helped each other out.
Aye.
Really good to
What
us.
videos?
Other teams that we played in.
You're so defensive and it's frightening.
Do you know, right? I'm not. Would you keep him?
I think he's shown that he's capable. I do agree with you that, you know, it is a massive job, and normally you would have a manager that's earned the right, that's shown that they're capable and they're getting a move to do it. But there's a danger in that as well. I think he's come in and he's said what he's going to do, and you can see it. His team have done what he said they're going to do. I wouldn't totally rule it out.
Would you game it?
Aye.
So they want to get closer to Rangers. I think Naismith's the guy that can get them there.
I don't think any Scottish clubs can get closer to Rangers.
What, have they went and
And
got a right
Celtic-
good manager now?
Nah. No, with the budget. Look at the points now. What is it? Rangers on 91 points. I don't. With the budget, you'll never. I mean, you'll get the odd season. You'll get the odd season where it happens, but certain Rangers barely lose a game the whole year. Do you know what I mean? And I don't like saying that because I always want clubs to be ambitious, and I do hate the fact that it's almost like we can't. But I just think financially, it's almost impossible. I think.
Do you think Brighton thought
That's
they
what I
could
was just
get
going to
closer?
say. What about Brighton?
Brentford.
No, but I'm going doing the years
Scottish.
with certain Rangers. It's first and second,
Scotland
and
is
the
a bit
gap's so big. It really is. And don't go with my word. Go with the league tables the other years. So, what
But
do
you
you know
can
what I
get
mean?
closer though. As you're not going to challenge them, but you can get closer, or you can strive to get closer.
No, I do think you should. I do like the idea when you come in to go. Do you know what we do want to get closer? But it's just the other years. I think. How do you? It's like Celtic, and since Bale's come into Rangers, I think he's won. I think Aberdeen beat him.
I think getting a right good manager that's been
Well,
places
you-
and
well,
done stuff that
Will
that's how
you
you get closer.
get that? But
I think,
Who would
you
you-
would
who
never
would you
have thought
have then?
Ange, would you? Somebody that's, do you know what I mean? Think a wee bit outside the box.
I mean, when maybe the odd season, but majority of leagues, Rangers, Celtic are always miles away. Like for
Nobody
years
else
and
is
years.
going to win
Now,
it.
George Burley came in, didn't he, who had a wealth of experience and got closer to them.
Listen,
For what, 13 games?
I know, but then he got
12
sacked, didn't he, for no reason.
games? I wouldn't. I don't know what the reason was, but there must
But
have
in
been a
terms
reason.
of football-wise, they were
Aye.
close to them, weren't they, come January, and then
I
he got
just-
sacked.
I just go. I don't. Is it such a mass? I just go to the years. I mean that time. I think you'll get maybe the odd season like a Leicester win the league, and you can get the years. But I think air time it's very difficult. And I would love them to do it. And that's where I would like more money to come into these clubs and help them be able to give players wages, but more wages and bigger transfer fees. But
But I think these clubs have got money now, mate. I think Hearts and Aberdeen have got good budgets. I know compared
I
to
know anyone near certain Rangers.
been transfer fees and all that. That's not happened for years.
No, but well, if you look at the difference between them, and you're saying they can't close the gaps, Mirren finished top 6, their budget will be way below Hearts, Hibs and Aberdeen. And they had a chance, I know that they can't now, but they go into the top 6 and people are thinking, well, they can maybe get into Europe, they can maybe finish above Hibs or Hearts. But you have to strive. You can't say, we'll never get there, so don't even bother trying.
No, listen, 100%. I just don't think it will happen.
No, they're not. It would take maybe a collapse for Celtic or Rangers to finish out with the top 2, but
Because certain Rangers win most games. These teams don't. They slip up a lot more, don't they? Whereas certain Rangers are consistent throughout the season. Do you know what I mean?
aye. Who would you have then? Who would you go for?
I would give the job to Derek McInnes, Stephen Robinson, Malky Mackay over Stephen Naismith.
But that'd be your...
No, but I'm just saying that
I mean,
there's
you can
people
go-
there that
yeah,
would
go-
give you a
who would
better
you-
chance of getting that gap closer than Stephen Naismith would, in my opinion.
But you can have... Doesn't it to be better than Naismith? Who would you pick as a Hearts manager?
Well, again, I'm not the head of recruitment of Hearts, but I'm sure if you looked abroad and there'll be people that have done well on budgets and other leagues.
I wonder
that
if
you
they
could
do need to look outside of Europe or in the European leagues. I wonder if they need to look at that market. But then it's hard again, isn't it? It's so hard.
Well, you would imagine they'll be looking everywhere to get the best guy for the job. But the thing about Nazy is he's there working. they'll see him every day, how he works. He's basically on trial. So they'll see if they think he can take the the club forward. Look, I'm way on it as well. It's a gamble, because when you're working and you've got a short-term goal, really, to stabilise the club, to do your best, once you're in the door, like Barry Robson, now the pressure's on.
It'll change.
You're the manager,
definitely.
You're no interim. If you don't win, it's no right. Well, that's not working out. We'll get somebody else. I know that managers can get sacked, of course they can, but it's a different feeling when you're actually in the job and everything. You're responsible for everything, and you're not talking about what's gone on before and the improvement. You're talking about what you're doing at this point in time and looking forward to what you want to achieve. So it is different, but I think he's done well, Nazy.
No, I think he's done well.
Last season, Hearts were miles ahead of the rest of the last season. Nielsen's Hearts were ahead of the rest of the league, in third place by far, but they're still nowhere near the big two. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just don't know how you get that. I think it's financially, I do.
It's building. You know, last year they came straight up, finished third comfortably, and then they went to a European campaign, and that's something that they had to change. And they've injuries throughout the season. Boys, long term, Beningame, Halkett, Craig Gordon. Wow. You know, if you're missing any one of their players, never mind all four of them at the same time, it's going to have a huge impact on your team.
Yeah.
So that's a different dynamic. Aberdeen will face that problem next year because they'll be playing Europe up until December at the minimum. They'll face that as well. They'll need to bring players in to help them cope with that. And that's something where in a one-off season, it could happen. But you're talking about building a team to say, right, solidify that third spot, get as far away from fourth as you can. But once you're in that, you need to look ahead. You can't just be like, right, we'll get third again and you budget for that and we'll just keep going. You need to try and get better, because the European side it as well. You know, the first time you go in, it's great, it's a new experience, you want it again, and you want to go and you want to do better. And we need the Scottish clubs to be building squads that are going to be able to maintain a league run, a run in Europe, so it looks better for everybody. And the only way you can do that is by being ambitious.
But the Scottish clubs are poor in Europe, aren't they?
They struggle in Europe.
Like the qualifiers, the
qualifiers are not a great time for them, but you know, without giving them too many excuses. And squads are built to maintain a league position or to get a league position. They're not built for a sustained run in Europe. Last year, the preparation, I used Motherwell, I think they'd won friendly going into the game against Sligo. Because of the turnaround and when the game was and trying to get there.
They were through a league season.
I think so. So it is difficult. It is difficult, but if teams like Hearts will have that problem, they know they need to make a decision as soon as they can. They need to know what shape they're going to be in going into the start of the season, because depending on where they finish, qualifiers could be really quick. So they need to get that in order. And the Hibs and Aberdeen, if Celtic win the cup, will need to be ready for it as well, to make sure their squads are ready, they're fully prepared to get the best shot possible, because it'd be great if one of them could go and finish second, would be brilliant. But I think for me it'd be better if we had two teams in the group stages of Europe
that would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Doing well in Europe. I think that's where our clubs need to look to be successful.
Right, Hibs Celtic.
Will wee Billy Dodds be licking his lips?
But nothing to do with football.
I think he will be at the moment, Faddy.
Who?
Billy Dodds.
Dodds? No.
I'm telling you. That centre half is alarm bells are ringing. Do you know what?
I'd play Welsh. I told you this off camera. I'd play Welsh.
But when was the last time
I think Stephen Welsh has had a hard ride, if I'm being totally honest, mate. I can count on one hand amount of mistake. Has he been injured?
I think he's been injured. He was on the bench. I think he was on the bench last night.
Yeah. Oh, was he on the bench last night?
I think so.
I can count on one hand amount of mistakes.
Would you put him in that he's not played a lot?
What has he got? One game before? Nah, you probably wouldn't actually, didn't you? But
listen, I've been dead.
Really vulnerable at the back, don't they?
Oh, that could be. It doesn't look if he's at it yet. I don't know if it's going to take him
physicality.
Time, physicality.
Like
Burnley alongside the like left back. He gives the ball away all the time. And I know for the cup final, but I do think. I mean, Celtic have had an incredible season. They have, but I think these guys that are sort of coming in for your main players, they'll maybe need to strengthen there, because these guys don't look up to it.
Well, I said he was going to strengthen, didn't he? For Europe. I think it's shown that maybe the depth in certain positions isn't there, and then they'll need to go and. But I say this all the time. When you're going to sign players, you're signing them to play. So you need to go and sign players that are going to put pressure on even your main players.
Yeah.
Whether they play or no, it brings their level up, and it makes your squad stronger. I'm not telling Ange how to do his job because clearly he knows what he's doing, and I'm sure that they'll have their targets identified. And but I think that it's tough. You know, they've won the league. They're trying, making changes every single game, giving players opportunities. They're not taking them.
Is it hard to take the opportunities at this stage? You see, but you've not played for so long, meaningless games. Is it tough on the players? You just think you need to perform.
You're waiting. You need to show you're ready. This could be mid-season where it's a game that actually matters. You have to be ready. And by and large, for majority of the season, the players have been ready. And if they've had any injuries or whatever, they've stepped up. They make the subs and everybody looks ready. But they've got players now. Kobayashi's struggled with the physicality. Bernaby's shown that Greg Taylor's far and away better than him, so he's never going to play.
Ivanovic is the same, innit?
They need to be ready.
Not doing enough.
I mean, they'll be training at an intensity every day. They are getting minutes. It's no like players are coming for, apart from Scott Bain, players are coming for nowhere with no minutes. They have been playing. He makes 5 changes a game. So these players have been getting minutes. But you know, the run they've been on is no great. Will Billy Dodge be licking his lips? Absolutely not, because he'll feel that there's something coming that can't continue the performance.
But will he target that if Kobayashi starts, which he will? I think he will start. There's no really much there. It's going to. Will he target that?
He maybe try, but how do you need to get your full team? It's not going to be Billy Mackay, brilliant, still got the intelligence, sharpness, but he can't do it himself. So there's a lot more to worry about for Inverness, and I think with Dodge will just be every time they don't play well or they lose or drop points, he'll be like, could they not have waited for us, because there's going to be a reaction.
Yeah. Do you think would he ever have it in his mind to go 2 up against him, something like that, St Mirren, or do you think it will be very much sitting? Might even come at a certain stage of the game and then try and go for it.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Do you think it'll be 10 men behind the ball?
The problem they've got is he's had loads of time to think about it. He's had loads of time to watch them, loads of time to go through what he thinks he's going to do. They've had no games.
I wonder what they're doing.
They went away, I think they went away to Ireland, played a
laser time
maybe.
What about Pat Nevin? He DJ? Do you know that?
Aye. Loves his music.
Does he?
Aye. He's got to transmit. He's got music blood.
I mean, he's Capaldi's DJ, isn't he? Transit.
You go and watch me Pat then I set to transmit.
He tomboyed on after him.
He actually looks like Jarvis Cocker a wee bit, doesn't he?
Imagine that.
Pat loves his music.
Headline
Pat Nevin.
That's the headline, actually.
The music blood, mate. Music blood.
No, listen, it's been an incredible season. I think maybe it's a good thing this has happened with Celtic, because you'll know, listen, they're not good enough.
He'd have known anyway. This will not change what his plans were in the summer. He knows that he needs to. You need to improve.
Will he be as ruthless to just get rid of these boys who've are literally in the door?
I think he's shown that. He's shown that if they're no, but mostly with guys that want to leave, you know, Juranovic and Giacomakis is just like, right, on you go. If you don't want to be here, leave. I think he will be. I think he will be ruthless to say it's not working, time for you to go, find somewhere else. But he'll the plan. I don't think the plans would have changed over the last couple of weeks. I don't think he's reactionary. I think he'll know what he wants, and I don't see that changing.
You think he'll be back into the Japanese market again?
Has been so successful though, isn't it? And domestically anyway.
What ones have been successful? Hatate, Kyogo.
I think Kobayashi won the Player of the Year.
I think it was Iwata, wasn't it? Iwata. But he's not been great at Iwata, has he? For what I've seen.
No, he's not.
He's not had a run of games either.
But even last night, maybe he played or not. He's probably, but I think he's played quite a lot out of the ones.
He's played the most. I
don't know.
It's hard, isn't it? Because you've got McGregor and Hatate. I think Riley still, but he's probably one of the players you watch and he maybe doesn't catch the eye, but he's so good.
Riley's definitely good enough. I would agree with Riley.
He's so
good enough, yeah, for that level.
And Moy, the form that he showed after the World Cup. So, I mean, it's
Turnbull will be away, Faddy,
Cruise the league. You would think so.
Yeah.
You would think so. I think he has to go and play.
What do you think it will?
He's only 21, isn't he? I never realised how young he was.
Yeah.
He's obviously got a bit of development to do, but I think he's a handful, isn't he? Something a bit different to Kyogo.
Do you think they played Celtic are really different though when Kyogo doesn't play? Because he is so.
But it was similar when Jackie Marcus played, wasn't it? Jackie Marcus wanted to come to the ball a lot more than what Kyogo did. But I do think right now, Giamakis is a wee bit better than what O is at this moment in time.
But Jackie Marcus was 27, 28. O, I think, has got the same type of profile. Like, he wants to get physical, he wants to feel contact in the box. Kyogo wants to ghost and make defenders worry about him. It is a wee bit different, but as you say, he's young. And he looks hungry. He looks like he wants to go and take his chance when he gets it. But there's no doubt Kyogo's obviously first choice, and it'll take something special to get him at the team.
But your worry is, I said it before in the Champions League games, if a Carter Vickers, a McGregor, or a Kyogo is missing for the game, it makes it very tough for you, doesn't it? Because
Carter Vickers seems like the main one.
The replacements are nowhere near their level.
No, but that's something that I think that the manager wouldn't have looked at in the last 3 weeks and thought, this is an area where we need to strengthen. I think he'd have been well aware of that.
I think a goalkeeper now.
A goalkeeper.
Definitely. But one of the Rangers came out, and I think, by the way, so the ones obviously we all know, McGregor, Morelos, Kent, Scott Arfield, Hollander leaving. I think there'll be much more.
There will be.
Won't there?
Aye.
Even, do you know what? And he's done all right, but even Scott Wright, Curran, I don't know.
I thought it was a bit poor that you never really give them much respect for what they've done at Rangers.
Do you know though? You're right, because McGregor.
I felt that you were coming back.
I was going to come back to it. You're right.
When was it coming?
Premature, wasn't it?
I was what I wanted to do first in my head is Rangers follows with me now, isn't they? But there's where am I?
Start again, mate. Start again.
Aye, so with the boys that are leaving, right? My point was I was going to get all the ones that are leaving out the way and then come back in.
Aye, I knew that.
They have been great servants to the club, though, haven't they?
Move on.
Who do you think great?
McGregor.
McGregor.
What a hero, honestly.
The five of them
What a
have.
keeper.
The five of them have.
Morelos.
They have. This last season, obviously Hollander's been injured, but when he was fit, he was good. Really good for them. Morelos, overall, his spell's been very successful. This last season has been poor.
As well.
Aye, the last season has been poor. No getting himself in shape. It's no good enough. But I think overall he's been a brilliant signing for Rangers. Ryan Kent's the same. Criticise him for
his numbers,
his end product at times, but no doubt exciting player, very good for them. And you watch him sometimes, and he's got three men with him. They're making sure that he doesn't get space. Then he gets caught. Used to get caught into a trap, he coming deep and deeper and deeper, and then you're having less in effect. You're having to beat three men just to get back to your position you probably should be in. But overall, I think they two, although this season no great, have been brilliant signings. And Scott Arfield,
he's produced some big moments. Arfield, didn't he? Goals in big games.
Aye.
Great guy as well. One of the best.
You see him coming on. He can come on for half an hour. They're 2-1 down. He comes on. Aberdeen game. Scores a 2 goals.
Doesn't sulk,
he just every time he's the exact same approach. He can come on for 5 minutes, he still does the same. When you look at Scott Arfield, you think about the late run, getting beyond a striker, timing the run's brilliant. Technically he's a brilliant football player. He's a brilliant football player technically. When to take a touch, when to play it first time, way to pass. Very good. Still got a lot to give for me.
He'd be a no-brainer for Hearts, Aberdeen, Hibs.
Do you think he'll want to stay in Scotland?
He's got 2 young daughters. I think he'll want to stay.
Think so?
No, I think he'll go back down. I think they're just getting
What about
Canada or something?
America, Canada.
Maybe, no bad shout.
Go and use his links over there. Depends what he wants to do, but one thing for me is he can still do it. He can still play. It's just that his time's up at Rangers. I thought for a wee bit you're thinking he's still a good one to keep, but he's not going to force his way into the starting 11.
Yeah.
You're going to be bringing players in that take up that role. It being maybe the impact player, I think it's maybe just the right time for Scott Arfield. Although he spoke brilliant after the game, obviously he'd be desperate to stay and still be part of it. But I think it's the right time. Alan McGregor, he's been phenomenal.
Aye.
He'll go down as one of Rangers' best ever goalkeepers.
What a keeper.
Amazing.
Brilliant goalie, still playing at 41.
See him shouting last night again.
He's nuts.
Brilliant.
He's absolutely nuts.
mental
But
again.
see the way he trains every single day. It's that. He spoke after the game, disappointed to lose a goal. He was like that training. He hated you scoring into him. Hated it. Whether it was a one he couldn't save, he'd be like, that's lucky. Or he just hated goals going into him. So his level that he's managed to sustain at 41, terrible injury with his back. He was really struggling with his back at times as well. Brilliant. They've been great, but I feel that it had to happen. There's going to be a new look side.
Who else think will go?
I don't want to Scott
right.
will be away.
Glenn Kamara.
Glenn
Right.
Kamara.
It's weird, isn't it? Because when Beale came in, Andy was very much Kamara. You'll see the best of Kamara now, but he's just not done it.
Andy got it wrong, didn't he? Miles after that boy.
Sakala, not good enough. Even watching wee bits of the game last night, not good enough.
But with Sakala, he can be an impact because his pace, his direct running. If you are starting next year, and I'd be very surprised if Sakala's anywhere near the starting 11, if he's there, but he's shown that he can have an impact. It will depend on what quality they can bring in.
What about Lundstrom still there?
I think so. I think Lundstrom showed up really well.
Barisic?
No sure. No sure.
I get rid of him.
Davis?
No,
They're going
no
to keep
sure.
him, I think, there until he... Oh, Ben Davies, you're talking about. Sorry, I was talking about Steve Davis.
Aye, it's an easy mistake to make. It's the same name.
Nice same name. Ben Davies. I don't think Rangers fans are overly keen on him.
Shooter looks like he's really coming out of the game, doesn't he?
Shooter's
Stepping out, he's
King
really...
as well.
King done alright, didn't he? Yeah.
I hope Shooter, I just pray for him because he's a brilliant player. I really hope that he stays injury free.
Aye.
I really do, because you would see the best of him if he doesn't.
We see the difference now. Even he played the first game of the season against Livingston, and he looked miles off it. But he was playing with an injury. But you see him now. He looks fit, strong, confident. It's great to see him back. I don't know how he's managed to keep going.
fully fit, so I think he's Scotland's best centre half in terms of the national team. Better than Liam Cooper for me.
Aye, I do.
McKenna.
Porteous, I think.
Well, it's not. If you look at, they're all at a good age now. McKenna, Suter, and Porteous. You put Tierney in there as the left centre one.
I think Shooter's got everything, by the way.
Yeah.
I think he's got everything.
He's got that aggression now as well. He looks like he's ready to deal with it, and hopefully, as I said, the injuries he's had, hopefully, that's him through it. Strong finish to the season, run of games, go and get a wee rest now, get a good pre-season, and get ready to go and force your way into the team.
Morelos and Kent, where do you see them ending up?
I heard us talk about Burnley. I don't know if that we Kent.
Everton were linked with Kent as well.
Can you see that happening? With Burnley, man? I think they're going up.
Burnley, Burnley.
I know, I can't.
The thing is, he's a free transfer. His wages for a Premier League club in England will not be a problem. I could see somebody taking a punt on him because he's shown some of the performances in Europe where he does have space to go and run and open his legs. You'll get that. In the
Would you take him at Everton? Obviously, being a big Everton man. Dwight McNeil plays there, doesn't he?
Dwight McNeil, you've got Damari Gray. I wouldn't have him there.
I'm the same.
I wouldn't have him there too. So, but it depends. It depends what happens with they two. I think Kent's a good player, but when you're doing well and everybody's linking you here, there, and everywhere, and they talk about big money, to then coming off a season of no really doing well, it makes it harder.
Even the Leeds, they've got Boy Rodrigo and Harrison, they're good players.
Well, one of the teams are going down, Everton, Leeds, and Leicester.
Morelos, where's he gone?
He's got right, innit? Black Rooster kid, I told you.
He'll go to Turkey or Qatar or Saudi Arabia, somewhere like that. I think.
No, you'll not get any sort of.
I don't think so.
Major leagues now.
I don't think so. Even watching, if you think what he was good at, running, powerful, he's not got that now.
No.
He's not got it. Whether
Even
he doesn't
last
want
night,
to do it or he doesn't have it.
he was hardly
And
in the
he's
game.
young. He's young enough, but he just doesn't have it. He doesn't have that yard. He doesn't have that. Whether it's that determination, that fire to go and really bully defenders. He just doesn't do it anymore.
No.
So and technically, I don't think
No, it's not his
he's
strong
at
point,
level
is it? No.
in terms of his technique. But tremendous player up until this season for Rangers.
Must admit, I watched a fucking
Were you between that
masterclass Brighton
MasterChef?
Man City, man.
All right.
MasterChef. Be Greg
Right
Watt.
down and make your pasta.
Brighton Man City, mate, the first half, honestly, I could have watched it on repeat and repeat and repeat.
Brighton are outstanding.
Incredible, mate.
How's we Billy Gilmer?
Done well.
Good.
Done well. Take him off after 50 minutes, but he done well.
What does Stevie Weir do now?
Davey was head of recruitment, isn't he?
No, he's higher than
He
that.
spoke very well
He's
before
higher
the
than
game.
I know.
Is he not?
Is it
Chief
director of
exec,
football, is it? Chief
Direct
exec or
something.
something?
But mate, do you know what?
Below the chief exec.
He almost deserves more credit than De Zerbi. Because of the players he brought in.
He what?
Because I'll tell you why, Potter was brilliant. And now De Zerbi's brilliant. So you need to go, who's the guy doing all this behind the scenes? No, but no, they say, but he's doing some
No,
good
he's
in
done
there.
a great job.
Great guy.
He did, mate, it was actually, watch the interview back, it was actually really interesting. I'm speaking about how Brighton look at targets and their plan for selling people and what comes next. It's really good.
Oh, I like all that. Is that the kind
They've
of
got
thing
their
that
shit together, Brighton.
Aye. Well, that's it. Deep hang at hard work after the pitch. Hang it all quick on the pitch.
Just quickly, I want you to ask what McGregor, is McGregor retired? Will he keep playing? What will he do?
I think he'll retire.
Coaching?
I think he'll retire. I think he could still play, but I don't think he will.
Why not? Would you not? Nobody think it would drop down to
Aye. Because he'll probably want to go out on a high.
Remember that?
So remember that? Your dad on his arm.
The yellow mitre, fluffy, the yellow ball.
Aye.
That was what Andy said, didn't it? That yellow might
It's the same
Same
material.
material, aye.
The benches is goals.
The benches is goal, brilliant, mate.
What?
Brilliant,
I'm sorry.
That's alright. No,
Would he not drop would he go to Hearts?
I don't know.
Aberdeen or?
I don't know. He couldn't go to Aberdeen.
No, Aberdeen.
Aberdeen. Nah, I think he'll just think, that's him done.
Would he be the type, would he go into coaching?
Honestly, I don't know.
What are you going to do after? Because you wouldn't
it's a
see me
lot
as
of
a
time.
pundit. You wouldn't be a pundit, would you?
I think he fancies being a pundit.
Do you?
Aye.
Would he be a good pundit, Jink?
Aye, he doesn't care.
He's funny when he talks.
I'd be
doesn't
good.
care.
Imagine you just went and
He's a
got
clever
like a
guy,
security
isn't he?
job in Boots or something. Security guard.
He's a clever guy.
Just went and done something pure. Is he a clever
Aye,
guy?
he's clever. Aye. I'm telling you, yes.
Oh, he's a
clever guy.
joke, yeah. See, if you were to do that, what would you go and do if you're him in there? With his cash and that? Hey?
What would I do?
If you're McGregor,
I'd buy Wild Thing and just
Aye.
bankrupt and just fold it.
maybe when you need a lot to buy that.
He's probably got that in his ashtray, innit?
Andy's shite in his cell, isn't he? Greg's been here every Monday.
McGregor's
See you
up
later,
for me,
Andy.
he's bunked.
That's him done, innit? No, you're right.
Tell us the other side of that story, you tell.
Right, curtain time.
Right, you're
No,
good.
you ask, you're the
Right,
asker.
Faddy, here we go. I'm going to start with the Edinburgh Derby, Hearts Hibs.
Hearts.
And then I'm going to go to St Mirren Rangers.
Draw.
Oh!
In fact, St Mirren are struggling with players.
Another sending off last night as well.
Aye.
It's a good thing though, I think, that he's suspended.
I'm going to change. I'll go Rangers.
Right. Celtic Aberdeen.
Celtic.
And then, last but not least, Kelly Ross County.
I'm going to go for a draw.
Which means Ross County. And then here's one for you. Partick Thistle beat whoever's in the playoff.
Think so?
They are fucking flying, aren't they?
They've just hit form right at the right
Oh
time.
my
haven't
god, mate.
they? Mentor that.
They look like they can score 10 a game, Partick Thistle.
They can knock, can't they? Just don't want to. Any recommendations for the people to watch? I've turned this off now.
To what for things to I watched that air thing with Matt Damon and Ben
Good.
Affleck. Brilliant, mate.
Is
It's
it?
nearly great. Seen it? But getting Michael Jordan tonight.
No, I've seen it. I've no
Did
watched
that
it, but I've
change,
seen it.
like?
Don't spoil
Mate,
it. Don't spoil it.
Incredible. See where Nike were.
You know how
So what was Nike the new? So like a brand new no wild thing.
and then it ended up Red Bull.
basically. Aye.
Is it?
Aye.
You need to find your Michael Jordan, wee man.
Kilt you in it. Aye, there's hope. Oh,
Down the rest
stop
up,
talking
just-
it down.
Pour it in myself, just pour it in me.
No,
What would you
the youngest slime.
should have turned the
What did you have for dinner last night? That's a good question.
Oh, mate.
I had there was a food truck at the ground, so I had chips, just chips, and then I went in to the media room, had a wee bit of beef stew.
So the Sky always put something on for you?
Aye, if you go early enough.
What did you have? You had
Some
something
sandwiches.
brilliant.
Some
What did I
prawn
hear last
sandwiches.
night? Prawn sandwich brigade, eh, mate?
Aye, aye.
Keno would be raging, mate. What did I hear last night?
was
I
working.
had...
I like the way Dundee people say that. What did I hear? I like that.
What did I hear last night? What day was it? Thursday? My back's
Wednesday.
been killing us, mate. My head's all over the place. Wednesday. What did I hear?
Piece of
Probably
shite.
pasta, mate. Probably.
No, we
Started
did.
eating it
I had prawn linguine.
to try and recreate.
Shite, man.
Jar, did you
I had a wee glass of red
a
as
jar
well.
of sauce, or did you make your own sauce?
No, do you know what? I made the sauce for me. It was a date with stock and olive oil and garlic. It's fucking
I
beautiful.
love to do a cooking
No
programme.
sauce, so just
So it's like an oily
oil,
sauce.
Oil, wee bit of chilli.
Bit of chilli through it, bit of rocket, prawns, some pancetta.
You ever watched a show and you go, what the
put
fuck's
the
that
pasta
point in that
water
guy at
in,
the end of there?
And go. What is it?
You put the pasta water in to thicken the sauce up.
Always a ladle of pasta water, mate. You know about that, wee man? What do you have?
I'd love to do a cooking programme. No, we had, it was a bad game last night. It was chicken skewers, but we had, it was the stick
Your
for them.
dad's finger was a
Well,
skewer, wasn't it?
I know what a skewer
Chicken
is,
just
mate.
wrapped around his... It was turkey roll just wrapped around your dad's finger.
did you hear him there? With chicken skewers, you know, the stick to it.
No, I'm telling you now, the stick was his dad's finger and it was just chicken roll wrapped around it. And you just put it in your mouth.
Queued up.
Right, who's next?
One bite each.
You know,
Like
she's like,
Come on, this is your best, mate.
Imagine that with
I
the
know, I
skewer.
wish I never took a mic
Yeah,
off
we
there. I
chat.
don't know what-
Imagine
we
that with your
chat.
dad with the skewer.
Right, on
Chucking
you go.
skewers out. Dig in.
Dig in. I've just seen me used
I'm
to
gonna get my hungry hippos.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, brilliant, man.